Greetings. My name is Myckelle Williams, and I am a certified performance coach, real estate investor, and entrepreneur. And I'm here for you each Tuesday with a few tips and tricks. So today, let's talk about lender approval. A question I get asked very often is, how can I get my loan quickly approved by a lender? Because that's important, right? In order to get a good amount on a loan approval, I would recommend doing what's called a loan pitch. And I have a template that I generally use that I could be willing to share if you email me. I'm going to give my email at the end of this video for your reference. Anyhow, the loan pitch is a nice one-page document that breaks down all of the facts in an easy to understand template so that a lender can easily see if the deal is profitable or not. Because there's no point in asking for a loan if you don't have all the information they need. Too many new investors have no idea what a lender is looking for. They come to a lender and they go, hey, I need X amount of money, and I need it on this date, and the house costs this much, and I estimate the rehab to be this much. Can you give me money? Absolutely not. You don't have all the valid information, and you're guesstimating on rehab without even a contract or quote involved. It just shows how green you are, and they're really not interested at that point. So if you want to get a lender to quickly approve your loan request, you need to have a solid and informative pitch with accurate numbers. No guessing allowed, guys. So even before I send a lender request, let me tell you, I always have a contractor go in first, look at that property, and write me up a quote that includes materials and labor costs. That way we already kind of know what needs to be done. If you're a seasoned investor, you can do this quote yourself, but I always recommend a professional that can provide a more accurate quote, because one bad quote can cause you to spend way more than you need to. Okay, next, you want to pull your comps. The lender needs to know how much property is worth. And very important, no matter how nice the property is, no matter how much you like it, you should never offer more on a property than 70% of the after repair value minus repairs. I'm going to explain that in a future video, but it's because a lender generally won't even touch your deal if it's much more than that, and you won't get enough money from them, so you'll end up spending a lot of your own money on the house, and also you won't have as much equity as you need when it comes time to refinance the property. So that's why I say that, but we'll talk about that later. Now back to my own loan pitch. In my pitch, I break it down into these 10 things, which should all be very direct and to the point. Lenders like simple and something that they can review quickly. So don't be wordy and write a big old novel and huge paragraphs. Just pictures, screenshots, snapshots are fine, one sentence descriptions. The attachments to your email can contain all the details, but the page should be just a one pager, like a resume, just one pager. That's all they need. So the first thing, a bit of information about myself and my investor. Greetings, I would love to work with you. My name is such and such, and this is my experience with properties. I've had 2 or 3 rehabs, and this is what I've done. Boom, one or two sentences. 2, my credit score and the amount of cash that I have on hand available to leverage. They need to see it. They need to see that you can afford the house and the payments. Even if you're not using your own money or whatever you're doing up front, they still want to see that you have that money in the bank. If this is your first time using that lender, they may also ask for bank snapshots or maybe even statements to verify, but I would just put a little snapshot of your account right there so they just know you have it. 3, a photo of the house I'm interested in, along with a link to the ad and MLS number if it's listed. So that way they can just kind of see it real quick. They can see how pretty it is. They can know that, oh, this looks good. 4, the asking price and also your offer price. Some lenders won't even look at your request without an accepted offer attached to the request. I know my lenders like that as well. 5, a one-sentence bit about the area and why it's a good deal. You could say, hey, this is a great school district, for example, or it's close to the airport, it's by a lot of shops and restaurants, whatever you think is your selling point for why you want to be in that area. 6, a snapshot of 2 to 3 comps in the area that have sold within a half a mile radius in the past 6 months. Guys, this is important. Please make sure they've been sold within the past 6 months and they are within a half mile radius. They don't need to be 3 miles away that sold last year. That's not going to be helpful to your lender. 7, what are you going to do with the property? So if you're going to fix it, you're going to flip it, you're going to hold it, what are your plans? You can write a simple 1 sentence, hey, this is what I plan on doing with it. 8, if you're going to rent it out, the comparable market value of the rents in that area. And you can find that out by asking a property manager or going to sites like Zillow, Redfin, and that shows local rents as well. 9, your contractor quote that we discussed earlier for the full rehab. Just write the number, like my contractor says that this is the price of the rehab. And then you can attach the actual quote to the email so that the lender can look at it afterwards. 10, total needed to fund this project is, and I write the number, I bold it, I highlight it, and that's at the bottom so they can get an overall picture and then the total price. And that is it. So the goal is to sound professional, knowledgeable, and as if you've done your research, so the lender doesn't have to. And if you have all of these things put on a lender inquiry template, it just lays it all out so a lender can decide quickly whether or not this is a good deal for him. The first time I put my pitch template in the hands of a lender, they said yes the very next morning, guys. The lender was so excited about the deal that I presented to him that he actually gave me 100% of the financing for the house and 75% of the rehab costs. So I ended up paying very little out of pocket on the back end and paying nothing at the closing table. I want to note that these loans that I do are acquired with private money lenders using my business name, using my business credit, which is a much easier process than using my personal credit. My first loan actually closed in 8 days after my offer was accepted. So things can move very quickly if you have all your ducks in a row and you're ready to go. The key to successful investing is always planning, preparation, and doing your due diligence. Until next Thursday or Tuesday. Until next Tuesday, keep winning.
Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope this message was a blessing for you as much as it blessed me to give you the information. If you would like to schedule your own personal one-on-one with me called a Pick My Brain session, I will be available to talk, and I'll give you my calendar link if you just email me at mykel@empowermentww.com so that we could sit down and you can ask me all the questions you need, as well as I'll be giving you guidance and information. Be your own personal one-on-one hour with me. I'd love to do that for you. So inbox me, DM me, email me, and we'll talk soon. Until next time, bye.